would love for everyone to develop this is a muscle, internal muscle of belief, absolutely believing in themselves, because house can disappear, material stuff can be all gone, but if you believe that you can create and you can build and you can do, then you're going to rebuild it. And each one of us, including me, when everything was gone, for various reasons, is it a divorce, is it the things, circumstantial things were happening in our life, and then we rebuild. We had to work through internal turmoils, voices of saying to us we can't do it. Then sometimes people around us saying to us, oh, you can't do this. My one, the best was, you're a single mother, you can't be doing this. You're a single mother, you can't be doing this. You have to be devoted. You have to be devoted to the children. You have to be not doing nothing for yourself. Just work 9 to 5 and just you and your children. And basically boxing me and not to be able to do things. But despite of all of that, I believe in the visions what I've seen and the prophecies what I bring to the world and what I bring to each one of you. When 20 years I talked about the chemicals, when I talked about, and even further than that, I talked about the chemicals when I moved to Australia, when I saw all the boxes in the supermarkets where I said, this is so crazy. 30 years ago nearly, I moved to Australia in my 20s. So when I've seen that, I was like, this tastes awful, this tastes plastic, this tastes chemicals. It the taste, but I've seen it. I listened to the spirit, what he said. And I was like, I'm not putting this in my body. I made the decision, but I trusted myself what I'd seen in the visions or the spirit, what he told me. So I didn't do it. When my daughter was doing dancing, now she's 21 and we don't do dancing for 11 or 12 years now. And everyone called me Organic Mum. I didn't care what was the title of me. What I care is I don't want to put unhealthy things in my body. To my knowledge, what I've seen, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So one of the Christmas presents, I've got a photo and I sometimes post it up on my socials, where it's a bunch of kale and they put grapes and like radishes and carrots inside, and there was like from all the other mums a Christmas present for me, because I was performing at the dancing concerts and stuff like that. So it was just so beautiful. But to me, that was perfect gift. I was like, you couldn't pick a better gift. That was perfect. It was so me at the time. It was just perfect. So this is where I want to say to you is like, believe in yourself. No matter what people are saying around you, this is not possible. Once upon a time, people didn't believe that we can fly, and then we flied. But the first, airplane when was designed, the first, what do you call it in English? The first, model when was, being created. Did it work? They had little hiccups? Yeah, of course it did. But they worked on it. They believed into it. The first washing machine, the first of anything. And then you're going to your friends to ask them to validate you. What you're doing, is it good? But if they've never done it, if they're not, let's go say, in empowerment or entrepreneurial or in a belief systems as you are, what they were going to say to you, oh, why do you bother doing that? What for? Instead of going like, okay, I don't know about it, but encourage you to don't give up on your dream. So surround yourself with people who are doing similar. And that's why people go to the conferences. That's why people join the courses. That's why women join my groups. It's like, I want to be with other women who are working on themselves. I want to be with other women where they are going like from victims to from victims, being a victim to being a victor, and believing in themselves and going like, okay, if one woman paved the path, I can do it. Not in the same way what I'm doing, but she can watch me and go like, okay, she can do it. Look at her strength. What can I learn from her strength? What can I learn from energetics? And this is where I want you. It doesn't matter if you're female or male watching this video. Can you do this? Can you surround yourself with the people who are doing? If I want to learn to surf, where am I going to go? To the ocean. Watch other people surfing. Because just watching it, you're watching their posture, you're watching how they're doing. I don't surf, but I'm just saying, you'll be watching, you'll be surrounded. You're gonna maybe join the surf school to learn how to do it. You're not gonna go and join the ski school for surfing. So this is where you need to really believe. And when you believe into yourself, and when you go into, let's go say, life will gonna give you curveballs. And each one of us, like so many people, what I know, they had things that happened to them. And from that, they had a choice. Rise up into the victor, or sit there and go, life is unfair. I must have a curse on. And I will say this, do you have a curse on? I can give you million things to tell you about it. Today, that's not a video for it. I believe in this. God, Mother Nature, divine, whatever you want to call it, for the protection, call it up. And if I believe that there is going to be a curse on me, or there is a curse on me, well then there will be curse on you. This is Australia, there's always flies, and it's summertime. So I believe in that I'm protected, and I continue on my path. And whoever doesn't want to have the best for me, that's going to be returned back to them. Because what I do is I put a mirror around me. Absolutely, envision a mirror. I don't need anyone's input of the energy. I know what I'm doing. And I circulate my own energy. I only recharge it into the nature. And what I'm saying this is, because if people wanted to have the best for you, you will feel it. And sometimes people will not want to have the best for you, because that is going to make them, they need to grow. And if they don't want to grow, what they were going to do is tell you, why are you doing this for? Like, why would you want to do this? Because they're so afraid of it that they'll be left behind, or that's going to push them that they have to grow, but they don't want to grow. They're not owning their path where they want to be. And let that sink in. So I invite you today that you make a decision that you're going to be doing your path, your muscle. And when we join the gym, we don't expect to have six-pack tomorrow. We keep working, and it's working out in the gym. Then it's your food that you changed, yeah? Food that you change. Then your liquids, for example, if you were drinking soft drinks, now you're drinking all the water. So it takes time to develop six-pack. And then the part is consistency. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. You're going to lose it. The same as with the hair, the same as with a clean face. We go to have a facial, and we come home and we don't look after it. Cleansing, washing, putting a cream or serums, whatever it is, or massage your face and do lymphatics. Then it's not going to be sustainable, your face to look like this. Then it's going to be like catching up in the mud. So today I want you to make that decision where it's like, you know what? I'm actually pouring myself into myself. And this is where we talk about it is, don't go out with your friends. Go into things what you need for you. Don't create distractions in your field to say, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time. You are creating distractions because you're so afraid of it. You're so afraid of it to look at yourself and go like, okay, I really need to go and work through this. And I will say to you, it is, you know, sometimes scary, sometimes daunting. When I've got people to see me in the beginning, doesn't matter if it's in person or if it's over the Zoom call, they're crying. They're crying for the first time and releasing that pain, what they're holding on with themselves. And without the judgment, I can hold them. I can give them space. And for me, it's an honor to see them that they're actually for the first time releasing the pain, releasing what they're holding. Allow yourself that you're a human being, crying, smiling. They're both normal. But for some people, that is scary to cry because it's like, what's going to happen if I cry? Am I going to spiral down in a rabbit hole where it's going to be hard for me to get out? But if you do it with a mentor, with a group, with a people who you trust, where they're going to take you to the path of growth, or you can do it by yourself. Let's go say it's one-on-one to you and the mentor, then you can do it. And it is absolutely healthy. And I will say to you, it's must to do. It's absolutely must to do. So that rewrite your story becomes a reason, then it becomes becoming, and then it's like, I am that limitless woman. But limitless is like finding solutions, but you become the solution, and the solutions come to you. And then eventually that is going to make sense. But in the beginning, because your inner child is running wild and you're going, but how, but how, but how? The moment when you drop, but how? The moment when you drop, but how? And you say, okay, this is everything what I want for myself. What do I need to become? That version of me who has that. And I will tell you, that list is going to change and grow and change. And you'll look at it and go like, my goodness, look at this, what I have got now. It will. And it can be extraordinary, because I know that you're not watching this video if you don't believe that you're extraordinary. You just don't know how to start. But imagine growing that muscle and working through it. And the biggest thing, what people will say to you, what they're afraid of your growth is what they were going to say to you. That you are, for example, is, why would you want to have this? Because you'll be financially free. You'll be free to do. You're not going to depend on someone. Yeah? And you'll be able to do it. It's like, okay, I want to go here. And like, there is no questions. Like, you can do it. You know, look at how is that a freedom. Is the financial freedom. That is financial freedom. That is a freedom from within you. That it's just you. And how extraordinary that is. That is possible for you to happen.